Hi, everyone. We're so glad to see all of you, and I can see that we have about, gosh, Dave, we have about 42 people on already.
Another one logged on, 43.
That's awesome. We're so excited to see all of you here today. Today, I'm going to introduce what we're going to be talking about, and then we'll introduce ourselves.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about how to add value to your home, whether you're going to sell it now or in the future. A lot of you are out there thinking, what should I do to my home now that you're spending more time at home, right? Mm-hmm. I was surprised that so many of our clients have asked us for painters or carpet or roofers. Yes. Yeah, so we want to be helpful to you, and whether you decide to sell or not, we hope that this Zoom meeting is beneficial to you on how to add value to your property. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and Dave, you can talk about yourself just a smidgen. I'm Shanna Day. I manage the Shanna Day team at Keller Williams Realty East Valley, and I've been selling real estate for over, 22 years now. I'm in the top 0.0017% of the 80,000 Arizona realtors. I love managing our team, and I am grateful for our team. Dave Klein is one of the members on our team. Dave, you're a certified appraiser. What's the difference between certified appraiser and just a licensed appraiser?
So a certified appraiser can do any property, any residential property, doesn't matter the price. Licensed appraiser can do anything under $1 million. Okay. I've been an agent for, 11 years now.
And in appraising
since 2002.
Awesome. And you've been our listing manager for a few years now. Yep. And as a listing manager, he not only helps us price it right, he helps us get it sold, but he manages the clients and their needs, and we just provide a concierge service for them. Yep. So welcome, everyone, and we'll get started on how we can increase value for your home. And we'll just start here about beautifying your home to increase the value, right? And in that process of beautifying your home, Dave, we heard it last night. We went on a listing appointment.
Yes.
And what's the one thing that sellers seem to say every single time?
I want the people buying my house to be able to put their own paint and carpet and
make their own
choices and countertops. Their own choices.
They want their own choices.
Yeah.
Does that work in today's market?
No.
No.
People want a move-in ready house.
Right.
They don't want to do anything.
And besides that, it doesn't work for the lending.
No.
Everybody, even the cash buyers, are now getting loans because the rates are so cheap.
Yes.
Right? And so they don't have a way to actually finance that into the loan.
Correct.
So we need to do it ahead of time and get your home as ready to sell and as desirable as possible for those buyers who are going to be looking at the home, right? And we can help you with that on many fronts, but we actually have to come to your home and see your home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It helps.
It helps a lot. All right, so let's kind of backtrack just a minute. We have some mission, vision, values on our team, but just sharing what our mission is with each of you. Our mission is to be known as the real estate experts by colleagues and clients alike. So for any of the cross agents that we deal with, or clients or their clients, we want to be known as the experts that they can come to for just really good advice, right?
Yes.
So having done this for this many years, we've learned a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. So there's 4 things that are really going to sell your house. And when we cover this, I mean, obviously the first is price. Anything will sell if it's at the right price.
Correct.
What happens if we price it too high?
We don't get any showings.
Right.
No one wants to buy it.
Right. And they think, why didn't this seller get it ready to sell? At this price, do buyers, are they more aware than sellers of what the price really should be?
Yeah, they do so much research on the internet and what homes are selling for in the area. 92% of people look at homes on the internet before they even contact us.
Right. 37% of them, they pick out the home they're going to buy.
Correct.
Before they even contact a realtor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is getting your home priced right will actually sell your home faster for the right amount of money, and we can actually perhaps get it bid up at that point.
Yes.
But if you start too high, sellers a lot of times, what do they say? Oh, we want to leave room to negotiate.
Yes. No.
Well, they've just shot themselves in the foot, right?
We want to get it down so we can get multiple offers instead of just getting one offer.
That's correct. That's correct. So what's the next most important thing about
The way your house shows.
How it shows.
Yep.
And in
Show
today's market, it has to be show ready. And that
Correct.
consists of
Paint, carpet, drapes are kind of out now. Getting a lot of people to take down their drapes. Cleaning the carpet if it's in good shape.
getting rid of all that
Getting
dusty
all your
knickknacks and
clutter.
all of the green plants that we've
Yes.
had in our homes for 15 years, right?
Correct.
Yeah, getting rid of all that, taking it down to Goodwill, just taking out and decluttering. One of the things that I notice when I'm showing buyers into a home, if it has too much stuff inside, they think what? It's going to take too long for them to move.
Out. They worry about the movers, the people moving.
Yes, more than
they can't get all this stuff out in 30 days.
I mean, they can because
Yes.
we have moving companies
Correct.
and things to help do that. But in the buyer's mind, their perception is they have way too much stuff. I don't want to deal with this, right?
Correct.
So how it shows not only physically, but how much stuff is in it, what the condition is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll notice right from the get-go when they're walking up the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Does the front door need to be painted?
Is there slip tiles on the roof? I mean, all kinds of things they'll notice right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if the grass needs to be watered,
Correct.
I mean, they're looking at that while the agent's trying to get the key out of the lockbox.
Yes.
Right. So we have to have everything from the curb all the way through. And another interesting fact: buyers will usually decide which home they're going to buy within 8 seconds of going in.
Yeah.
8 seconds. So that curb appeal is a must, and that fresh smell, look, feel, they have to feel at home when
Yes.
they walk in that door.
Yep. Has to
Right.
be a homey feel.
Has to feel like them. So the third most important thing is visibility, marketing, and that's what our team excels in. It's just like what I said last night as we were out there. It's the client's responsibility to make these two things happen in the right order.
Yeah.
and getting it ready. The other two things that we do as a team is, the visibility, the marketing, the strategies, and the negotiations. We honestly have this nailed.
Yes.
We have everything figured out on how to best market your property, how to best strategize on negotiating, and every point of the market is so fascinating, isn't it? As we go through these shifts, and we've been through these shifts
Yes.
multiple times now, and even though this shift looks so different, we're strategizing differently than we ever have, because we've never had in history low interest rates and low inventory, ever, right? So
wish we had more inventory.
I wish we had more inventory. And honestly, if you're thinking of selling, or somebody that's selling or divorcing needs to sell because of job relocation or
Want a bigger
schools.
house.
Yeah, most people want a bigger house because they're now working from home,
Yep.
right?
Need an extra home office.
They need a home office. So any of those things, please give us a call. We have all the strategies, the negotiation skills to really help get what you want and how you want it, with the price, the terms, and on both the buying and the selling side. What's crazy is usually we have a buyer's market and we have a seller's market, right?
Yes.
Right now, sell and buy, sell and buy, sell and buy,
Yes.
right? That's what we're telling our
Yes.
clients. We're going to get animated, sell and buy. It's the perfect storm to maximize the equity in your property and buy, because the interest rates
are so great.
I mean, they're under 3%.
I mean, cash people are buying with cash and then they're refinancing right away, just to get their money back.
Yeah, it's a fantastic time. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how to get your home ready and maximize that value. And we're going to talk about multiple things, but we'll just kind of talk about before and after photos of how we helped a few of our clients get ready to sell their homes for maximum amount of money. So when we go to, we're going to show you one on Maple, and the before and after photos. Kind of go through this before and after video here.
Yeah, this home was on the market for 2 years with another agent. Wasn't selling.
2 years?
2 years. 617 days.
Right.
We went in, kind of told them, hey, we need to repaint, freshen this up, take down some drapes,
Stage it right.
Stage it correctly. We got them to remove a built-in, the old 90s built-in area. made them repaint the fireplace. So this is that built-in area right here. It's just would transform the house. I mean, people walked in the house and they're like, how was this on the market for 2 years?
Right,
You
right.
know?
Because
Yeah.
they were so surprised how beautiful it was once we
Correct.
got it transformed.
Yeah.
Right.
Had it on the market for, what was it,
I
90
think
days?
9 days when it
And
went
went under
into
contract.
So let's just go back to this one for a second. Okay, so let's talk about, I mean, I feel really proud about that one.
Yeah, no, that was
Right?
a good one. Yes.
That was a good one because
It
the
wasn't
other
a
agent
ton
had
of stuff. It was
it listed forever.
we had a built-in move, staged, and painted.
And we took care of the work,
Yeah,
right?
we took care of everything.
Right. I think they had to add a new pool heater, but that was easy.
It was just broken.
Yeah, easy. Okay, so let's talk a little bit maybe about Quentin. Quentin was a property, and what a fun property to sell,
It was,
right?
It was a different.
It gave us a whole nother experience that most agents don't ever get to experience. If you can, I want to kind of backtrack just a second, if you don't mind. I want to really show the before and after. So this is after.
This is a before great
and
room.
After.
It was really like
Before.
dungeon feel.
Oh yes.
And after we painted it, it really made all that woodwork really pop.
Yes, and what fabulous cabinetry in this home.
The cabinets were great. I mean,
yeah, Burdette cabinetry.
Yes, everything was great.
Fantastic, right? So after photo, before photo. So let me kind of go back here just a minute. I want to stop that. Okay. So having our team do the work, it really relieves a lot of work and pressure for our clients.
Yeah, we have our vendors that we meet out there.
Think about the owners on Quentin. They were exhausted.
Yeah.
They'd had that house listed for a year.
Mm-hmm.
They had to get it ready to show. They had to get their pets out. They had to get their kids out. It was a difficult thing for them.
Yeah.
When we came in and literally scheduled, organized, met, and it was a complete concierge service.
Packed up some of their stuff.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
No.
But it made the difference. It made
Correct.
that house sell right away. All right, let's talk for a minute about Palm. I have written on here, Palm Potential.
Correct.
What does that mean?
So we have one of our listings, fabulous home, all brick house with a detached garage. I think that one is 7,200 square feet. So it has a loft area upstairs that she uses for just storage.
I don't have a picture of that one, but
yeah, we don't have a picture of it, but has a big storage room that he used for storage upstairs, which can be converted into, I anytime I show it, I tell people this could be a great theater room.
Mm-hmm.
You could make another bedroom, add a bath up there.
It was a huge room.
It's huge. Or if you just needed storage, it's great for just having storage.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They also had a detached garage that had a longer RV side and a 2-car garage with a bath on it that could have probably been converted to a kitchenette, living area, and then there was an upstairs in there also that can be your bedroom. So it was a unique property that had tons of potential.
So much potential.
Yes.
Right? It had potential in square footage. It had potential in neighborhood. It was no HOA literally.
No.
So
yeah,
everybody wanted that home because it had detached garage, RV space,
all tile pool, big pool.
And how about the lush landscape?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Big ficus trees.
Incredible landscaping.
It was a great house.
Beautiful, beautiful. So one thing that I appreciate about having Dave as a full-time certified appraiser on our team is that we can go and meet with clients and actually help determine how to add value.
Correct.
Right? Realtors they think they know how to make it more pretty, but does it add value?
Correct.
Right? So that's a real trick. And we're going to talk more about the value and what that means in just a bit. Dave, let's talk a little bit about Ivy Glen. Remember when we sold Ivy Glen?
Yeah, very unique property.
Yeah. Let's see where we can find Ivy Glen. It's going to be down here. Nope, not that one, darn it. Okay, this one was Ivy Glen. Okay, voila.
Hello. Welcome home.
Yeah.
So this one was tough because people walked in and were like just so overwhelmed by the colors.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's
That's
yellow.
the
It was
front door, right when you walk in.
neon green.
Right when you walk in the front door, bam.
Bam, neon green with that reddish mauve.
The drapes.
Yeah.
Now I can tell you this house was 16 years old, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was about 16 years old. It looked like a 2-year-old house. It was immaculate inside.
It was pristine condition.
Yes, she just walked around and cleaned the house all day long.
Those cabinets looked like they had been hung 6 months before.
Yes, and they
right?
were 14-year-old cabinets.
And this whole, I mean, the kitchen, it was bright sunflower yellow. It was a happy, cheerful house.
Her grandchildren called it the museum.
Yeah, right. And it was because they traveled the world. They had all their, showpieces that they wanted to show. One of the hard parts about this home was that they had so many nice pieces of furniture or yagros or anything that was so expensive that they didn't want us to show it.
Correct.
So
it was hard to show.
Kind of adding value is letting us get in as often as possible and making it as easy as possible for buyers, whether they're in the neighborhood, they just saw the sign, they're there, they're from California, they're leaving tomorrow. There's so many reasons that we need to be ready to show, right? Now, what did we end up doing with this home? Because those colors were so, I mean, not offensive, but they couldn't see past it.
Yeah, because so many people look at homes on the internet. It was like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to see this house. So we ended up converting a lot of the pictures, if we can.
Yeah, you can go back.
We ended up taking these and turned them into black and white photos.
Yep.
And I want to say within a week after we turned the black and white photos in, somebody came and looked at it, put an offer on it.
And they saw past the paint because the house condition was just impeccable.
Correct.
Inside and out. Every inch of that house.
So photos are a really big thing to have in your listing. Good photos.
Good photos. But let's talk about that for a second. Let's go to this home that we sold on Winthrop. Now, I found this is a very interesting sale. Okay, this one. The agent who had this before us related to the owner. And so the owner felt obligated to hire the agent, right? And it was on the market for months. And every time we looked at it, we just laughed because you have fingerprints in the thing.
Good old cell phone pictures.
Yeah, and look at these, cell phone pictures. They're dark. They don't, I mean, look at.
Yeah, you got the
shading
coming in. It just looks dark. And
got the Christmas tree in there. It wasn't Christmas.
It wasn't anymore.
Yeah, wasn't Christmas anymore. But it did not set that house up.
Yeah, so we went from those dark photos to
yeah. So let's come up here. So
we relisted it, put in new photos.
Right, and showed off the
front little sitting
it's
area.
It's charming, isn't it? And look how bright and beautiful that is.
Yep.
Right?
So much better.
The home then.
We did get them to put in bright white LED bulbs.
Yes, and that's really
daylight
important.
LEDs.
A lot of agents and their clients or owners, they want it soft, they want it homey, but they don't realize it's not selling their homes.
And it's dark.
It's making them.
People want bright, light, open.
When they're showing a home and they're seeing it on the internet, if we can make it as bright as possible, take off all the screens, clean the windows, and actually our professional photographers will bring in the greenery from outside through the pictures. So you can see the green trees and that's one advantage of having professional photography.
Yeah.
Is everything looks lighter, brighter, the greenery shows through. Anyway, it's just so worth hiring professionals. Okay, so back to what we're talking about here for a minute. Let's talk for just a minute about carrying costs. We could probably talk about Maple again.
Yeah, Maple was on the market for 2 years. I think he said he moved out about 2 years ago, had his son living there for one of the years, but he was paying $5,000 a month for carrying costs.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
And so he didn't really want to do much to his house.
Correct.
Right.
But we had to talk him into like, hey, it's stagnant. It's just sitting here. It's not going to go anywhere right now. We have to change the perception of it on the internet.
Right, right. So one thing that you and I do, and I appreciate having you as a certified appraiser again on our team to be able to do this. And here's a good example. Last night we went to a listing appointment. We had no idea what the condition of the home would be.
I know. No.
No idea. So as he prepares to talk to the homeowners, he's looking at it as, what are the lowest sales in the neighborhood? What are the average sales in the neighborhood? What are the highest sales in the neighborhood? And he looks at every single photo so that he can talk to them while you're there. You're going to talk to them, and you're going to be very, very specific.
Yeah, this home has better upgrades than, you know, and once I'm in there, I already know all the comps.
And they know their neighbors' homes,
Yeah,
right? They
most
know
of
their
them do,
neighbors.
yes.
They know that they had a pool or they didn't have a pool or whatever. But one of the things that we like to do that makes a big difference on our team that other agents just don't have the ability to do with your help is we can give them an as-is price.
Yeah.
And an as-is price, we have Keller offers. So we can go in there and do a price like, we'll buy it right now.
Yeah.
And you can close in
about
a few days or
72 hours
to get an offer.
Yeah.
And you can close quickly, or we can drag it out a little bit if you need to be able to move, or if it's vacant, you can close quickly, right? So we have that ability to do an as is, here's what it would be right now.
Yes.
Okay. And then we can talk to them about decluttering, taking their stuff to Goodwill, getting their windows cleaned, you know, cleaning the carpet.
Major things cleaned.
I mean, one of the big issues is pets. Pet smells, pet food,
stains.
pet stains, yeah. But getting all of those things kind of taken care of and giving them kind of a sale price of what it would sell in 30 days, right? Or what we can do to sell it for top dollar.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about getting top dollar at the end when we talk about our Beautify program. Okay. So let's go a little bit more over Keller offers. For those of you who need to move right now, and you need that money right now, we can come into your home. We just have a 2-page form that you sign, and it's just a permission to take photos and send them to our investors, and our investors will then bid on your house for an as-is price. It's not going to be top dollar. It's just a now offer. Okay. Keller Mortgage. Let's go back for a second. Shoot, we need the photo, and I wish I had it. Let's talk about the home on Ash. Remember the home on Ash in Tempe when we sold that? The owners already had an offer from Zillow, and it was $380, right?
Correct.
We got the listing, we sold it, and they pocketed $40,000 more money. Like, here's the little flyer on it. They actually netted $40,000 in 30 days.
Yeah.
40 days.
I would say $40,000 in 30 days.
Crazy, huh?
Yes, I will. I would definitely list my house over taking an offer for $40,000.
Right, right.
I know it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. That's right. So we help you weigh it out if it's worth it or not, right? In some communities, it makes a bigger difference to do all of this versus others. So it kind of depends. Keller Mortgage. Talk about Keller Mortgage for just a minute. Why is that an advantage to our clients, not only our buyers, but to our sellers?
So it's a no-cost loan.
How do you have a no-cost loan? Like, really?
Yeah, I mean, they do. And it's to help Keller agents.
Yeah, 0 origination fee, 0 lending fee, plus they pay
for the appraisal.
Well, they'll pay $1,000 toward the closing costs, so that can pay their appraisal fee, and they order the appraisal right up front when we do the inspection, so we don't have to wait to close because we've been delayed. And so getting things closed is just, it's important in today's market. So Keller Mortgage is, we can use that not only for our buyers, but we can use it as on our seller side. So if, for example, we have a buyer's agent who comes in and they do an inspection and they ask for a big long list of things to be fixed, right? Well, we can actually offer Keller Mortgage. That will pay thousands of their expenses. And then that way the buyer has their own money to pay for the home, right? And then that way the seller's not out so much money just because the buyer wanted to use a friend or something like that. Because what's great is we save both the buyer and the seller money, right? We save both of them money. All right, so Keller Covered, it's just a quick ad. We can save up to 35% on homeowners insurance for anybody. If you wanted to get refinanced call us if you want to get better insurance coverage. Call us, whether you're buying,
Yep.
selling, or staying. Seller home warranty. We can offer a seller home warranty on most properties, not all properties, but that is, while we're listing your property, we can place a home warranty on it. So if while it's listed, the water heater goes out, you're not spending all total dollars for that
Correct.
water heater. Home
Mhm.
warranty company will pay for it with just a $70 visit fee.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So Dave, talk a little bit about our vendors and why it's important to call the experts to find a vendor.
Yeah, so we've went through most of these people and usually get good prices from them. So we have a window washer. He can come in and change your light bulbs to the bright white LEDs. We have
Daylight.
planer, daylight
yeah.
LEDs. Painters, flooring guys, roofers. Roofing's a big one that we like to have all our listings. Someone come over and look at the roof and just fix any little things that are causing problems. Cracked tiles, mortar caps, slip tiles. It just makes it easier when it sells. We have a pool guy that does pretty much anything.
Literally.
We have stagers,
Interior
handyman,
designers.
plumber, movers. You can get 10% off movers with us. Lenders, titles, inspectors. We have everything. Just give us a call.
Right. I mean, we've been in this business so long. I mean, I'm thinking, how we just met one of our vendors out there for flooring.
Mm-hmm.
I've used him since 1992. 1992, and I can think of many others. My other flooring guy. I mean, so many of these they're tried, tested, true, and they're artisans. They're professionals. Yes. They do a really great job. We can trust them in your home.
Correct.
Okay. So the next little thing that we're going to talk about, kind of go back to what we were talking about on how we can get more for your money. So this home on Loma Vista, this is near your neighborhood right here.
Yes.
So you know these homes well.
Yeah. So this one and the other one we're talking about, same model home. This one sold for $380 about 30 days ago.
You want to see the pictures?
Yeah. So it was, it was okay. Nothing great.
Nothing bad.
Yeah. But if they could have painted it and done some fixing up to it a little bit, maybe spent $15,000 to $20,000.
Like this guy.
Like this one did.
Same model.
Same exact model. This guy came in, painted, put flooring in. I think he redid the kitchen, countertops, and some vanities. But he sold for $420 30 days later.
$40,000.
$40,000. Maybe spend 15 or 20, and you make $20,000 to $25,000.
Yeah, that's a good job.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job.
So that helps us with our beautification program.
Right. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about let's see. Beautification, but we need to talk about adding value. Before we started this, we had a couple of questions from some of our clients, and we thought we'd kind of address some of these on adding value, okay? One of the clients, we have Tyler Sherman, who in Arcadia Light, it's not in Arcadia, but it's Arcadia Light. So he bought an older home, and he's been fixing it up, but he wanted to know if adding a garage is going to add value to that.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, he had a carport, so he never had a garage. So yeah, adding a space where you can enclose your personal items, even if you don't use it as for a car storage, but just having something to put all your bikes. And just people want something where they can close the door and not worry about somebody walking up and grabbing it.
Right. One of the other questions had to do with guest homes. Can you talk about appraising attached versus detached? How does that work?
So a detached guest house is considered an amenity. It's not in an appraisal. It isn't included in your gross living area because you have to exit the house to get to the guest house. So once you exit the gross living area of the main house, it becomes an amenity.
A thing.
It still has value. Mm-hmm. It's still worth something. It's just not in your gross livable area. So,
for example, we sell a lot of homes in historic Phoenix, right? and all of those little teeny garages that are way back in the back corner,
Mhm.
and they've converted those to a little Airbnb
The guest
casita.
house, yeah, something.
I mean, we see the argument all the time. That's not livable space the same as the
The
house is
house.
livable space
Correct.
when it comes to evaluating,
Mhm.
right? So talk a little bit about how an appraiser values a home versus how a realtor values a home, or a homeowner who sees his next door neighbor selling.
So a lot of times agents will just lump the main livable area with the guest house into the same, and a lot of them do price per square foot for their
Or
area
basement.
or basement. Basements do have a lot of value in Arizona, but with the guest house, on an appraisal, it's separated out into an amenity, and they will try to find another home that has the same amenity. So we're trying to look for something that has a guest house, not if the house is 2,100 square feet with a 400 square foot guest house, we don't find a 2,500 square foot house. We find a 21, 22 with a guest casita.
Mm-hmm.
So
In the same age range.
Yeah, try to same age, same lot size.
So around here, we get a lot of complaints because these automated, like Zillow or Zestimate, they want to lump in the new home communities
with the 20-year-old.
with the 20-year-old communities.
Yeah.
Why does that not work?
Well, everything in the new house is new. It's like buying a new car. You're not going to pay $100,000 for a 20-year-old car. You're going to pay $100,000 for the new car.
Yeah.
So the old car is worth 25. The new car is worth 100.
Yeah, it's funny how homeowners, they don't see that until we say
they
that
just say,
analogy.
"Oh, my house is the same square footage as that one."
Right.
But it's new, it's updated, it's modern, it has all the new bells and whistles.
Right. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. Don't just list it, but sell it.
Yes.
Why do we tout this on our team?
We like to, like I said, we like to get homes listed at the right price, so we get multiple people in there. We like to have a big open house, that first weekend it's on the market.
Well, quite a few strategies.
Strategies to
put
try
in
to
our
get
pocket.
People. Yeah, I don't want to tell you everything until we're in front of you.
Right. But this is one of the things that you need to talk to us so that we can help get as much for your property as possible. A lot of people talk about, should I add a kitchen? Should I do a remodel? Or should I just leave and let the new owners do it? There's all kinds of charts out there.
Correct.
And they don't really apply all the time.
Yeah, I mean, every neighborhood's different. So, when we're doing a research, we search neighborhoods to find things that are similar. Does a third car garage add value over this 2-car garage in this neighborhood? Yes, but over in another neighborhood, it could be totally different.
Right.
As pools are a big one, fireplaces, and then there's a difference between what's an upgrade and what's maintenance.
Right. You see that a lot.
Putting in a new water heater, that's maintenance.
Yeah.
That's not an upgrade. Your water heater probably went out, so you had to put a new one in. You need hot water.
But when you're going to appraise a property, you would like to have the homeowner list out what they've spent on
everything. Write down everything.
Write down everything. Money. Dave can assess whether it's an upgrade or a.
But we give it to them and the appraiser, and they, everything you do to your house helps.
Right. And should they get their homes ready for the appraiser to come? I mean, they've got it ready for the buyer, but when the inspector comes or the appraiser comes, should it kind of be in the same, just like show ready condition?
I mean, it's nice, but we're used to going into houses that people are moving. There's boxes everywhere. Right. They're boxing up stuff. And we have to look at a house as it being vacant. So you might have this $5,000 bedroom set.
Doesn't matter.
Right? Yeah, it's just a bedroom set to us. We overlook it. We don't even look at it. So we look at the big things: your kitchen cabinets, your flooring, your countertops, bathrooms, the big ticket items.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about the Ready to Sell Beautify program. This has been very popular with our clients for many reasons. whether they can afford to beautify their home or not, they're still taking advantage of our program because it is so easy for them.
Correct.
Right? So kind of talk a little bit about what our Beautify program is, and then we'll talk about how it operates, okay?
So we have a beautification program where we can loan up to $50,000 as long as you have enough equity in your home. That's a $50,000 once your home sells, it's paid back, or 6 months.
Yeah, or 6 months.
Or 6 months. So we try to get you to do stuff that'll get your house ready to sell. Paint, flooring, just little things.
One of the things that is really important to note, though, Dave's an expert at knowing what is selling on the market right now.
Correct.
Right? Because he is looking at those numbers and looking at those photos every single day, every day, every week, right?
Yep.
And with that, you know days on the market, you know what's more likely to sell than not. So, I mean, we just had a client that repainted his entire house. Purple. He just repainted purple. Unfortunately, we had to go in there, do our Beautify program, and change it from purple to a color that is more attractive to more buyers. I mean, yes, it was a beautiful purple and it was immaculate home, but it wasn't
for every buyer.
Yeah, it limited the number of buyers and the number of showings, right?
Right.
So having our team go in there, because we have interior designers, we have stagers, we have painters, we have everybody that can go, and we'll take care of it for you. We'll coordinate all of the contractors, payments, all of those kind of things, so that this makes it as easy as possible for you to get your home in tip-top shape and to get you maximum dollar. And what's really great, please, everybody look right here. Call for free advice or consultation, right?
Yeah, let us come over and help you.
Whether you're going to buy now, sell now, invest, we just want to be able to talk to you and help educate you so that you're making the best decision in the right time frame, right? Got to be at the right place at the right time. And we offer all of these services and consultations for free. Please call us at 480-415-7616.
Thanks, everybody.